Yo.
All right, Matthew. What's today's icebreaker?
Today's icebreaker is, what is your worst fear?
Worst fear.
I know mine.
Yeah, I know mine too.
100%.
All right, what's yours?
I think I know yours too.
Go.
All right. Call me a little girl. Call me a little sissy, but bugs.
Bugs, bro?
Bro, I
Bugs?
absolutely
You are so
hate
much, you're
bugs.
so much bigger
Bro,
than bugs,
no
bro.
way.
Okay, but
Like, you
what?
could
Come
just
on.
step on them.
No, I absolutely hate bugs.
Bugs is crazy.
Like I, no, they gross
Bugs
me
is
out.
wild.
They actually gross me out.
It's just a bug, though. So,
Well, I don't know if,
What are you going to
Yeah.
do if you wake up and there's, like, a bug on you
like,
while you're
no,
sleeping?
like I'll kill it and stuff, but like it still like grosses me out.
Is there like a certain type of bug, or just all bugs?
No, I think like the ones that all like I can deal with like flies and stuff like that, but like it's like those like the ones that look like cockroaches. Like anything like that is like disgusting.
Okay. What's yours?
All right, mine's definitely snakes. I cannot stand snakes.
I thought yours was gonna be heights.
No, bro. Snakes are terrible. Like, I don't even know why they're on Earth.
That's facts. I would have to say probably snakes.
No, snakes are not.
Or like,
You know, I'd rather run into a snake than a bug.
honestly,
100%.
hear me out on this. My biggest fear is like when you're driving down those roads, like back roads, no lights on the road. Like you have your lights on, you're the only car,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just straight up back road, no lights on the street.
Yeah.
Like,
Someone's gonna
Like-
jump in front of your
like-
car.
In between
The street lights.
in between the retreat we went on, in between the housing and then the church,
like roads like that.
that
Yes.
Yeah.
gravel road.
Yeah, there was some
it was
scary
just a bunch of
roads.
trees
Like-
to left and right.
What I think about every time is like in Iron Man, or not Iron Man, in Civil War, when the Winter Soldier kills Tony Stark's parents, like roads like that. There's no lights, and dudes just roll up behind them and just slash the tires, like that. It, like freaks me out.
That's like
Yeah.
every horror movie.
Literally.
Jump out in front of your car.
Yeah.
No, yours. I thought yours was gonna be heights though, Gabe.
Yeah, they're definitely scary, but not as scary as snakes.
Well, we have a friend that goes flying, and me and Garrett went, and we tried to convince Gabe, but
He won't go with
he
us.
won't go with us.
So
Okay,
hey,
in-
spam in the chat.
No.
Gabe, go flying.
In my
Go fly.
defense, Parker hit a curb in his car. Why would I trust him flying a plane with me in it?
Hey, there's no curves in the air.
That's facts. So
Is what's more complicated, flying a plane or driving a car?
that's facts.
We live in Texas,
He's
though.
licensed.
So,
he
like,
is licensed.
People,
he's
people on the roads
licensed,
be scary.
Hey, but yeah, let us know. Q&A for today. What is your
Worst
biggest
Fear.
Fear.
Biggest, worst, same thing.
Same thing. Let us know.
What's up?
Oh,
What's up?
We're back. We haven't
Episode-
filmed a live episode in a while.
Episode 9.
Episode 9. Hopefully you guys liked the Motion Night Live that we put out last week. We put that out finally. We've been working on it. But yeah, we got that out to you guys. But now we're hitting the ground running. We got
Yep.
a lot. We just did a lot of planning. So now we're back. Episode 9.
Some special episodes
Special
next year.
episodes coming up. It's almost the new year. I mean,
Yes,
we're
New Year.
here
Yeah.
a week from Christmas, 2 weeks from the new year. We're rolling though. It's going to be a big season coming up for us. So
Yeah.
today we are going to be talking about leading with a purpose, and this is something we went on a retreat a couple weeks ago with student leaders. We went on a retreat, and during prayer time, I kind of just prayed about like what's something we could talk about,
Yeah.
and this is what I feel like God gave me is talk about leading with a purpose. So
Before we start, just FYI, a lot of us are like dealing with allergies and stuff, so
Oh, yeah.
if we sound kind of off or
Yeah.
cough, it's probably that.
Yeah.
the
it's
FYI.
allergy season here in Texas. So
Yes, sir.
let's dive right in. So first, let's talk about what is leading with a purpose.
We have written here leading with the purpose is having a why. We can't just lead to lead or lead to call ourselves a leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, leading with a purpose is pretty simple. I mean, it's leading with,
With a purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just don't be the guy that's like, yeah, I'm a leader. You know, like I'm doing so great. I'm a really great leader, and then you like when you lead, you're actually not leading anything at all. You're just
Yeah.
claiming. Don't
Yep.
be a fake leader. Like don't claim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like getting your hands dirty. Actually get in there. So, yeah, that's what we got for what is leading
Yeah.
with a purpose. Quite frankly, it's leading with a purpose. So, first thing we're talking about, we have 3 points for this. Why do we lead with a purpose?
Purpose.
So, first thing we got for why do we lead with a purpose is because if you're not leading with a purpose, there will be no prosperity. When there's no purpose, there is no prosperity, which
Yeah.
basically
Yes.
means if you're not leading with a purpose, you're not going to get anywhere. Like you're just nothing good will happen. Nothing
Yeah.
good will
Yes. Yeah, you can't. You know, I'm not gonna lie. When we were playing this out, I did not know what prosperity meant, so they had to explain it to me. But I understand now. So
come. It's like athletes out there, like you only get out of what you put in.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you're not putting in any purpose, you're not going to get out anything that helps your purpose.
Yeah.
So like, you know, you got to get in there and lead with that purpose. It's important because like you don't want to be leading and nothing's happening and
Yeah.
you're just stuck there flatlining,
Yeah.
you know.
Mhm.
So
Point.
Gabe's got point number 2 for
Point
why do we lead
number
with a purpose.
2. Leading with a purpose gives us a why.
Everybody has a
You-
why.
Yeah.
like, why are we on this earth? That's a big question.
Everybody's got one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's part of your purpose, you know, like
Mhm.
everybody has a reason they do something, and that's why we lead with a purpose. Because like if we have something to lead for, it motivates us
Yeah.
to lead.
I was
Yeah.
about to mention motivation.
Yeah.
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 You
like-
can add on that if you want to. You got it.
I just think like it gives you motivation to keep going, to keep doing it.
Mhm.
So, and everyone needs motivation in their life to keep on doing things, and let leading with purpose be your motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so like when you have a why, like why are we on this earth, right? When you find that out, then you can help other people find out why they're on this earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're gonna help them with their purpose, while you. Does that make sense? I don't
Yeah.
know, but I'm kind of
Yeah.
rambling. But
It's like you find out your purpose,
Yeah.
and it makes you want to find out other people's
Yeah,
purpose.
yeah,
like
yeah,
help them. And like for us, like our why for this podcast is you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that's why we keep doing this, is because we know we're doing this to help you,
Mhm.
and so that's our purpose. That's our why, and it gives us motivation. Like your why is what fuels you.
Yeah,
like,
what drives you to do what
Yeah. it
what
gives
you
you your
do.
drive,
Yeah.
and you're going to do what you do off of that why. So that's why it's important to lead with a purpose, because it'll give you that motivation when you lead with a why.
Yes. All right. Point 3. Leading with the purpose gives us goals.
So it's like same thing. Like when you're motivated, you set goals for yourself. So when you have that why and that purpose, it's like I want to get here. Like I want to reach this many people. I want to do this. Like I guess tying it into like as like if you're an athlete, you set goals for yourself before every season, before every off season. Like I want to get to this particular position in my life,
Yep.
or in my athletics. Like I want to bench 225. I want to
Yeah.
squat 305. I want to have this many touchdowns, this many tackles, this many interceptions. I want to get this many hits, this many stolen bases, and like it's all into that. Like you set goals for yourself,
And
and
people-
that's your why. That's what pushes you.
And people are so passionate about like sports and all that, but why can't we be passionate about all aspects of life? Like
Yeah, for
that?
sure. Like leaders, why? Like leaders are passionate. Like it's a different type of passion to be a leader. Like you, and that's what like your why is what pushes you. Like we said, and so like your why will give you goals. Like if you're leading a certain group of people, it's like I want to get this many people to find their purpose, or I want to get this many people to
Yeah.
get saved,
Yeah.
or I want to get this many people to come with a small group with me. It's like setting goals for yourself, and we're going to talk about that 2 episodes down the road
Yeah.
and talk about expectations. We're going to talk about kind of those goals, like how to set those goals. But now it's like you got to find your purpose so you can set those goals and so you can reach them.
Yeah.
Because without goals, you're chicken with its head cut off. You're just
Yeah.
running around doing whatever.
Yeah. It's like standards. We say that a lot here. Your
Standards.
standards, high standards, high goals.
Yeah.
You don't want low goals, and then not be motivated to keep going.
I think it's always good to have something to strive for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it'll like constantly remind you like what should I be doing to get to where I want to go.
Yeah, and set your goals in order. Like when you set goals, don't just set one, set multiple, because that way when you get to the one goal, you don't just stop and like I've made it.
And
Yeah.
you have to be realistic with the goals too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I know some people be like, "Oh, I'm gonna make $1 million before I'm at the age of 18."
Yeah.
I mean, possible, but is it realistic? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like your goals have to be realistic. I mean, I know that's kind of harsh, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's the reality.
And like don't just set goals like for your platform, set goals for yourself.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it's more important like as leaders when we're leading with a purpose, we have to have set goals for ourselves. That way we are bettering ourselves throughout the process. And like so like really it's like don't even worry about the leadership aspect of it because that'll come. You have to worry about bettering yourself
Yeah.
and finding the purpose and keep going.
Yeah, Pastor Ben said this past Sunday, like when you face challenges with other people, it's probably not for them, it's for you.
Yeah.
So when you I can't remember what he said exactly, but like when you are like fighting with this person and they did something to you and do you want them to forgive you? Maybe it's God telling you that you need to forgive them. You know, like
Yeah.
that's
Even
just an
if
example.
you did nothing wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not for them, it's for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with goals.
Yeah,
So
I think another thing to add on to the goals is it's one thing to say you have a goal. It's like another thing to work on your goal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's one
Work
thing
towards
to
your
talk
goal.
it. It's another thing to walk it.
Yeah, and I think
Walk it. Like,
one, one thing that helps with that is like writing it down and like constantly looking at it, like remember, like seeing it, being like, oh yeah, I need
Yeah.
to work towards that.
Yeah, and we're going to talk all about goals in 2 weeks. So that's the big thing. Number 3 for why do we lead with a purpose is because it gives us goals.
Yep.
So now we're going to move on to the other side of leading with a purpose, and we're going to talk about how.
Yep.
How do you lead with
Yeah.
a purpose? And the first big thing about leading with a purpose is that you have to ask God to give you a purpose. You don't just get to pick your
Yeah.
purpose. Like you can't just be like, well, I really want to do this. Because then God will be like, actually,
I have another plan for you.
Yeah,
you're not doing that. You're going to come do this. Like
yeah,
you're wrong.
Yeah.
So ask God. Don't ask yourself.
And you
Ask God.
can't lead people if you don't know what you're doing with yourself. You have to be
Yep.
stable and know what you're going for before you can lead somebody else.
Yeah.
yeah,
If you try to lead with your own purpose and just pick something,
It's not going to be
it's not going to
successful.
work. So I mean, that's why you got to ask God. Just ask. The first step of how to lead with a purpose is ask God. Pray about it. Like God, what do you want me to do? How do you want me to serve and lead?
yeah.
Yep. All right. Number 2, Gabe.
Number 2 is when you get God's purpose, you need to chase God's purpose and not yours.
Well, I mean, we kind of said that, but like, it's kind of the human's mentality is like a dream. Like we dream to the future and we
Yeah.
dream what we want to be, but God has another plan for us, and we just
Yeah.
have to follow that.
Yeah. One thing that yesterday in church that my dad talked about in his message is we have to live in harmony. And so, like, what that looks like tying into this, living in harmony, is that, like, as leaders, we have to all chase God's purpose and we'll all work together in harmony.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but we're not going to all do the same thing.
yeah, we're not all going to do the same
Yeah.
thing. So, like, we've talked about this before, the comparison trap. Don't worry about what's going on next to you. Worry about your purpose and God's purpose for you.
And then it'll tie in with everybody
Yeah,
else.
and if
Yeah.
everyone's doing their own thing or their
Absolutely.
own job, then it'll make I don't know, like how to.
Like, be who God has called you to be. Don't try to be someone else.
Yeah.
Like, and strive after that because it'll work. Like, it's like trying to be someone you're not. We've talked about that a lot. But, like, it works with leading with a purpose because when God gives you something, He gives it to you because He knows that's your strength. Like,
Yeah.
you might not be as strong as someone else in a certain area, and so that's why God gives them that area, and He gives you something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's like if we all work together, the amount of like change that we can bring and like lives that we can change is crazy. But the problem is we live in a world
Real talk.
where we want to get ours,
Yeah.
right? So
We want
An
this.
example.
We want that.
an example for me is like I'm coaching my brother's basketball team. We're in the sixth grade. We're a sixth grade basketball team, and I've stopped practice twice the last couple of weeks to talk to our guys because our problem is we don't pass a lot. We want to get ours.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's about let me get my points, let me get my rebounds, my assists. Like let me get my stats.
Yeah.
It's the same thing in the real world. We're all about getting our stats, our influence, our awards, our prizes. It's all about us.
Selfishness.
But if we live in harmony, we can all work together and get the bigger prize, which is get as many people into God's kingdom as we can.
Oh my gosh.
By leading and changing.
Man is speaking.
Live in harmony. Like we live in a world where it's about ours.
Yeah.
Let's not
Yeah.
be about ours. Let's be about God's.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's the biggest thing we got to understand with leading with purpose. It's not about us. It's about God.
That was not written
Yeah.
down.
It was not written down.
Man was just going off the top.
Bro went into real talk before we could announce it was real talk.
Real talk mode.
All right. Number 2.
No, number 3.
Oh, yeah. Number 3. Go the extra mile.
Go the extra mile.
I think we've mentioned this before, but it's just like someone asks you to do something, don't just do it.
Do
Do
more.
more. Do more than
Yeah.
what's expected.
And like, do it before they even ask.
Yeah.
Like servants. We talk about servant hearts a lot. Like I feel like Gabe is always doing that. Like
Yes.
Gabe's always working. Like Gabe's always doing things for other people. Like it's like his gift is like servants, and it's
Yeah.
like it ties into harmony. Like he works with that. Other people have different gifts. Like it all ties in. But
Yeah.
like, go the extra mile. Do what you're asked, but more.
Mm-hmm.
Like go the extra 1%. Like for athletes that are listening, like they say, like when you're running sprints, don't stop before you get there. Like if you're running 40 yards, actually run 50.
Yeah.
Run hard through the 40, slow down to 50.
Yeah. And like you ever hear someone say like go 110%?
Mhm.
It's like do more than what you're like do more because you'll earn more.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
people like with that saying like 110%. They're like, well, that's not even possible. You can only do
Yeah.
100. Like that's not the point. The point
Yeah.
is to
Push
do
yourself,
100%
And there's always more.
and then do an extra.
You can
Yeah.
always do more.
Yeah, it's not like don't ever be like the way that we were gonna write this down before we put go the extra mile is don't be content. Challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like if you have done what you're asked to do, then do more. Like challenge
Yeah.
yourself. Give yourself a challenge. Like set the bar higher.
Yeah. And it discourages people that it doesn't get recognized, but like I promise you it's recognized.
Yeah, and it ties into success, which we're talking about next week.
Yeah.
We're talking about success. So listen to more on that. But it's like, like we don't set the bar to where you're successful. Set the bar to where you can fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because if you
Because
don't fail,
if you succeed in something you thought you were going to fail at, then the reward is so much bigger and
Yeah.
better.
and
Than,
if you fail, you're like,
That's-
okay, well this is an
yeah.
area I can work on.
Exactly. Like you only learn when you fail. Like if you success through everything in life, you're not going to learn some of the life's hardest like challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So-
when you drive, I mean, you don't go behind a computer and just do a little simulation. Like you actually have to get in the driver's seat and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? So, I mean, you have to fail before you can fix it and learn to do it better.
For sure. So challenge yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just simply challenge yourself.
Yeah.
Don't be content. Strive for the extra mile. So I believe we have an ice maker now.
Yes. Sorry, I was thinking.
Matthew.
Ice maker. Oh, we're going into the holidays. Next episode we
Yep.
film will be Christmas Eve.
Christmas Eve.
We'll
guys.
be out Christmas Eve.
Yeah, Christmas Eve.
So
We're
I guess
talking
we
a
can
holiday
do.
special.
What are you doing over the holiday? What are the plans?
Well,
Anyone going out of town?
I know Gabe's going
Yeah.
out of
Yeah,
town.
I'm going.
I'm gonna stay here. We have big Christmas Eve
Oh, yeah.
services next week.
Christmas
We're all
Eve.
gonna
Yeah.
be pretty
5.
busy. We're working today. Big work day today, guys. So stay
Yeah.
tuned because We planned some things out. We got a lot coming. You can find more about that out. More about that in next week's episode.
Bless you.
Bless you. Next week's episode and the week after, we're gonna hint some more stuff.
Yep.
But we got church next week, so I'll
Yeah.
be there.
bunch of
If you
services.
guys live in the Texoma area, come out to City Hope Church on Saturday and Sunday for your
Yep.
Christmas Eve services.
It's gonna
always
be crazy.
great.
Cross.
You've never seen a City Hope Christmas service like it.
Like Christmas
Like,
Eve.
yeah, like-
I mean, there's nothing.
I don't know how to word it. but
Yeah.
I was
it's
like,
something
what?
different.
It's something different. So you guys come out if you're looking for somewhere to go.
All right, Gabe, what are you doing for Christmas?
I'm going out of town,
Where are you going?
San Antonio,
San Antonio.
San Antonio.
which
is-
we probably would go over Christmas, but we have the Christmas Eve
I
services.
remember the Alamo.
so- oh yeah, I mean, my mom doesn't even want to go to that, but my dad is like super interested in going.
I've been. It's neat. I mean, it's not like
It's neat.
it's not all that in a bag of chips, but it's pretty cool.
What's it called? The boardwalk? What is it called?
The Riverwalk.
The Riverwalk,
is
the
pretty
boardwalk.
cool.
What's
okay,
the boardwalk?
Boardwalk.
there's this really good
Isn't that a
seafood
Monopoly?
place on the Riverwalk. It's Bubblegum Shrimp. Go there.
Isn't the boardwalk like off of Monopoly?
No, boardwalks on like beaches. That's where like if you go to the beach, there's a boardwalk at like every beach.
No, also there's like a Monopoly space. It's called Boardwalk.
What are you doing for Christmas, Matthew?
Me?
Yep.
Nothing. I'm doing nothing. Just
Nothing.
chilling, having a family dinner, Christmas Day,
There you go.
and then the next morning we'll have like an immediate family dinner or breakfast.
Yeah.
So like we
So,
have a
like,
bunch of
How do you guys do Christmas? Like, do y'all
So,
open, do y'all
Christmas
open presents on
Eve-
Christmas Eve? Because that's
so
what we do.
Christmas Eve, we get with all my cousins and stuff.
Yeah.
We have a dinner and open presents from like our cousins and
Yeah.
our aunts and stuff. And then that morning we have breakfast with just my sister, her husband, like our really close
Yeah.
family, and we open presents from each other.
Got you. What do y'all do?
So my parents are really bad at gift gifting. Is that
Gift giving?
Gift
Yeah.
giving.
Gift giving.
Yeah, and so like we'll always open our gifts like a week before Christmas. Like when they get them, they'll just hand them to us.
Have you opened any yet?
No,
So,
surprisingly.
for like us, we do Christmas Eve, we have pizza. It's our tradition, family tradition for like
Pizza.
30 years. We eat pizza, and then we open gifts that night. And then Christmas morning, we have like all the stuff in the stockings from like
Oh.
Santa, you know?
Yeah.
And then Christmas Day, because we usually have family that comes in. We're Cuban family, so we always eat Cuban food on Christmas Day for lunch
Mhm.
and leftovers for dinner. But yeah, that's our Christmas plans usually.
Oh, so Thanksgiving we plan like what we're gonna eat for Christmas and stuff. Somebody mentioned pasta for Christmas.
Sounds great to me.
What do you mean? That's like
I would
so
be-
like
I don't think
utter-
there's like Thanksgiving has like the specific food. There's
Yeah.
really not a
Yeah.
specific food for Christmas.
For
I just think
any other
pasta
holiday,
is
I'd
weird.
say.
yeah,
Thanksgiving is the only.
like you
like-
think on Christmas it's like you have something.
Yeah, like something.
A lot of people
specific.
eat like leftovers from Thanksgiving. Like if they have them still, they eat those. Like or they
Well-
eat ham and turkey. Like they just get the same thing with
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I mean, I just
Like,
thought
I
pasta
think
was kind of
this-
weird.
Like in Lampoons, they burn the turkey, and he like cuts it and it's burnt. You know what I'm talking about?
No,
I think
You've
every,
never
every
seen National
family.
Lampoon's Vacation?
no,
You've never seen that? Christmas Vacation?
no.
That is like the top 5 Christmas movie. You know what I'm talking about? He has they have the family that comes in. He's got the big old light show and it doesn't work, and then it finally works. Guy's name is Clark. The end, the cops come because his brother goes and gets his boss because he didn't give him a raise for the pool, and his brother kidnaps his boss.
What are you saying?
You've never seen this movie?
Never seen
No,
that
I've
movie.
never seen
Y'all
that
have
movie.
never seen this.
I
Nope.
don't think I've ever seen.
Never
that movie.
seen it.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, but going back to the Christmas food, I think every family this
Has something
decides on their own thing.
It
There's
dep-
nothing specific.
different. Yeah,
Yeah, I think there's always tradition with food for Christmas.
yeah, like pizza. That was kind of weird. I've never heard about that one.
I usually always go to my grandma's and she'll cook something, but
It came out in 1989.
now let me see this. I've never seen that movie.
Y'all
in
have
my
never
life.
seen.
Nope.
It's the number 5 most searched movie on Amazon Prime out of every movie.
Well, looks like we're doing that tonight.
That is absolutely wild.
All right.
Is it a good movie though?
It is a very good movie. It's hilarious. The dude,
Is it like so dumb it's funny, or is it just funny?
it's funny. It's like a good Christmas movie, like about family, but it's also pretty funny. Like it's It's pretty funny.
Those are my favorite movies.
Yeah.
They're so
Uh,
dumb. It's like hilarious.
What are those Christmas movies that came out on Netflix? It's like a Netflix special.
Christmas Chronicles.
Yes, those are good.
Those are pretty good. I like those.
The Christmas Chronicles. I only watched the first one. I haven't seen the second one.
Yeah, but let us know what you're doing for Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Well, a great episode.
Yeah.
Back. We've been off a little bit. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you stay tuned. We got a lot coming. Next week, holiday special episode, and then another New Year's episode after that. We're firing them your way. We appreciate you guys.
Yep.
All the support. We're growing like crazy, and
yes, we had a rise.
we're growing like crazy. So we just appreciate you guys. So thank you guys. Love y'all.
Love y'all.
See y'all next week.
See ya.